with it.
And I'm sorry, guys, but I just have to laugh. Hello, everybody. So we're returning as we promised. Welcome to our life in the Philippines. And today we were just talking about, what did we talk about today?
We talked a little bit about what's expected to happen after this quarantine.
The quarantine here is like, we are under enhanced quarantine. Central Luzon will remain, from what I understand it, under enhanced quarantine until the 15th.
15th of the month.
Enhanced.
Yes.
And we are part of Central Luzon, right?
Yes, Central Luzon.
Because I tried to online find...
Region 3, Central Luzon.
Yeah, I tried to find any specifics for Mabalacat or Angeles or anything, but there is nothing. All it says Central Luzon will remain under enhanced quarantine for an additional, now 2 weeks.
2 weeks, exactly.
It's the second today, right? So 13 days more. And we're not really guaranteed that they will lift that enhanced quarantine at that time. It depends on how many cases they see and how if it still climbs up in numbers, I guess.
If it progresses, of
yeah.
course.
But the general community quarantine is like, it is like, what do you call it? They call it the new norm, our new norm, the way we are.
That's how we are going to be expected to live over the next however many months.
Month, maybe year. Possibly, from what I understand, from what I hear and what I see and what I read, until we have a vaccine in place.
Oh, great.
And as far as I know, we have heard they have vaccines under test and all that, but we haven't seen any results from that, right?
No, and if you can treat it, why do you need the vaccine for it, you know?
Well, I can understand you need a vaccine in the sense that you have the overload on hospitals. If people don't have vaccine, you know, once you get the vaccine, right, they will keep the infections down as much as possible, like flu shots. A lot of people get flu shot and they don't get the flu.
Or some people get a flu shot and they get sicker than a dog. Oh gosh.
Yeah, they get sicker than a dog. But I think it's to keep the capacity of the hospitals at bay. Because I saw some interesting numbers, right?
The peaks.
20 people. Let's say that 20 people are infected today with COVID. Those 20 people will more than likely, if no quarantine, no action to stop it, will have 51,000 people infected 45 to 60 days from now. Those are the statistics.
Jesus.
That's quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
So if you take 20 and then 45 days from now, those 51,000 people would have multiplied again in the next 45 days. So now I start actually getting a little understanding of why they put this quarantine on us, even though I think we could have, you know.
Other countries handled it differently.
Yeah, well, I'm not just talking about Philippines. I mean, look at Germany. They had a complete lockdown, and their numbers are no better than Sweden, who kept open.
True. That's what my point is.
So I'm wondering also if this has to do a little bit with geographical areas, temperatures in the air. We can see most infections are in the not colder regions, but you know, in regions where the temperatures are a a little lower than Philippines. Here we got like 37 degrees.
Also, if you notice, for instance, the European countries that were really affected, which is basically Italy, Spain, France, and the United Kingdom, all those 4 countries, they have mass transportation systems where people are in contact with people. You have a metro system, you have all these things. So I believe that same thing with New York. You know, you have New York. So that type of a metropolis where there is a lot of contact or close contact between people, there's a very, very high percentage of contagion. Then, you know, you go somewhere like in Montana where there's more deer than people, you know, then
more deer than people.
Then you don't have to really worry about anything.
Yeah, and they don't have any bats there either.
They don't have bats either, no. Yeah, a lot of deer meat though.
They got a lot of deer meat. I like that. Deer meat is good.
It's
good, actually.
We're getting hungry here.
Moose is good.
Moose is good.
Have you ever had that?
I've had moose. I've had deer.
Moose is really good. All right.
A little gamey, but that's
so let's
good.
talk a little bit about the general community quarantine.
Yeah.
Consider the new normal, guys, right? So what is going to happen, according to what I read on the government website, malls and commercial centers, government offices, legal offices like lawyers, others, they will be able to reopen, granted one thing, and that is that they follow strict, what do we call it?
Social distancing.
Social distancing. Any violation of that, they might come back and shut down your store, your law office, whatever, right? So you have to stay away from your clients if you're a lawyer.
Well, well, no hanky-panky in the office.
No hanky-panky in the office. No, that's right. And then when the malls are reopening, and we are probably not going to see that as we are under enhanced quarantine, not the general quarantine.
So after the enhanced quarantine
this is going to go into general quarantine, and they call that the new normal. So I made some notes, and I'm gonna give it to you guys. Malls will be limited in the number of people they're actually going to let inside the mall.
Okay.
So once the quota is full through however many doors they have,
you have to wait online outside?
Then you have to wait online outside to get into the mall.
Another line. Hopefully social distancing.
Social distancing.
Not like before they put you up like Legos, you know, one on top of the other.
Yeah, they did that in the beginning, right?
In the beginning it was so crazy. It's
all right. The other part of the new norm is, and they do that here, and me and Umberto has had a lot of fun with that. They check your temperature. with it. And I'm sorry, guys, but I just have to laugh because it's funny.
Yeah, they check your temperature with an industrial thermometer.
They're using a digital thermometer.
An industrial one.
An industrial one. I think it's made to take the temperature of hot metals and other
fire
things,
or something like that.
And other things, right? So they stick it in your forehead, and then they say, "Oh, your temperature is 33.2. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm gone.
I'm a reptilian.
Reptilian.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Yes, cold-blooded reptile.
Yeah.
Right.
So that will be mandatory. Temp checks at the doors when you walk into the malls. If you don't have a mask on, you will not be admitted into the mall. As well as they are going to provide alcohol, I think, disinfectant at the doors, and you should always, they say, carry a bottle of alcohol or other disinfectant on you all the time. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
And guess what, guys? If you go to the mall to get some internet, and a lot of people here, I think, do that.
They go to the mall to get free internet. Of course they do that because it's...
to get free internet. Yeah. Wi-Fi is going to be shut down in the malls. That's what I heard. They are not going to be allowed to run the Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi in the malls. So don't go to the mall to get Wi-Fi because you...
I wonder if the coffee shops are going to be open.
Coffee shops?
At the mall?
I...
Or the restaurants at the mall?
Yeah, and the mall will only, from what I understand, open some stores. And I don't know how to classify these things, and I'm not going to get into it because I think it's hard to one store can open, the other one can't. I don't know if coffee shops will open or not, because I know one thing: under the general quarantine, it seems here like the restaurants will still not be able to open up for table
for
seating.
sit down, but they for
Sit
takeout,
down.
yes.
Takeout, fine, but go to a restaurant and go out and eat is not going to be possible. So that will be that.
I heard none of the bars were gonna. I heard none of the bars are going to be open for a long time, till probably December.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect me and.
Or me, that
Yeah.
doesn't affect me either. I'm just worried about those hotels down in Angeles, all these big, huge hotels. I wonder why they built them, you know?
Yeah, they built them because of the tourism, and the tourism is probably not going to be coming back here until next year. I don't know, I haven't seen anything, but the hints are that there be no international flights in here possibly as long as this year. Don't have that verified, so don't hold it to me. But that was discussions that was taking place inside the government, and it looks like the general quarantine is not going to lift the flights. That has to be, I think, a different, separate.
There's going to continue the sweeper flights, which are what they have.
Yeah, the sweeper flights, yeah.
Where people can repatriate, and that's about it.
Yeah, and I don't know, the sweeper flights will not allow anybody to, for tourist reasons, to come here to the Philippines in the near future. I would bet that to be the case.
Yes, I wonder how much of the world is closed for tourism.
Most of the world is closed today.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is. What else did I have here? I made some notes and I wanted to get it out to you. Another thing, in the malls. Don't go there for air conditioning either, because they're going to put the temperature at 26 degrees. So people don't come there just to go in and stroll around.
Or because the virus doesn't survive warmer temperatures. Is that it?
I don't know. Now they said, from what I understand, it is to prevent a lot of people from coming to the mall. A lot of Filipinos here, and me too. Sometimes, when it's hot and I want to get out of the house, where do you go?
To the mall.
You go to the mall because the mall is open and it's nice and cold. They have a Starbucks or a coffee bean or whatever it is, and you can sit down and have a coffee. And right now, that is probably not going to happen. And temperatures will be around 26 degrees. All right,
it's still more comfortable.
That's a little bit about the general quarantine, and we foresee that we most likely will be under general quarantine here for an extended period of time. There got to be a reason. They have decided that schools here in this region apparently is not going to resume until September at the earliest. So I guess they either wait to get a vaccine or whatever so they can vaccinate people, but it's going to be a massive job vaccinating 7 billion people.
Yeah, and then, you have to look at the mortality rate between normal flu and this particular illness. This virus isn't as fatal as the flu. Not even close. In some countries it was, maybe three or four
yeah,
countries.
Italy was, and Spain was for sure, and I think France was,
Close.
and I think
In
New
England.
York was.
New York, yes.
But one of the reasons also the rates there are higher, I think, is they just haven't gotten to testing everybody yet. I mean, the more they test and the more they prove that, oh, I had the virus, but I'm okay.
We both were under the weather. What is it? January, February,
well, March, early March. We were both under the weather. Even my wife was under the weather. So we don't know if that was the coronavirus or if it was just a regular flu. But we didn't have any respiratory problems. But it took a while this time. Normally a flu goes away for me in 4 or 5 days. This one hung in there for about 10 days.
Okay.
But I don't know, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to get a test until we have swab tests to buy in pharmacies, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be kind of curious to figure out
do they
whether
have
we
that
have.
in the U.S. now? Do you know?
They have the swab self tests they're making them available. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of interesting.
Well, if they come here, I would love to.
I'd like to find out if I have the antibody. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They're finding antibodies now in a lot of people, blood donors. Oh, that reminds me. I just read an article. I think it was on CNN here in Philippines. One of the senators in here, he was diagnosed with COVID about 6 weeks ago, and he beat it.
Okay.
He's a younger guy, so Senator Angara is his name, or Angara, I think his name is.
Okay.
And he beat it, and then a month later he was going to go and donate blood because now he has
the antibodies.
Antibodies, so he was going to donate blood for the further purpose. And they did a swab test on him and checked him out, and he had, again, evidence of coronavirus.
Again.
Yeah. So
Well, that's happening in China.
But
too,
it couldn't it also be remnants from, I mean, we're not medical, so don't listen to us.
No, what I have heard is that there are cases in China of relapse. People have had it, they've been let go, and then they have it again.
They get relapse. So it's possible. So we'll follow that case.
Maybe the virus mutates, and then you can have another,
Another strand of it.
another strand of it.
Oh, okay, that might be. All right, guys. What else do you have? Do you have anything else?
Well, it's just it's going to be a very interesting time, at least for the next, forthcoming months. We have to make adjustments
And live with it, right?
and live with it. Right?
Yeah. I gotta live with it. An old fart like me. And now they're gonna require the grocery stores and stuff to have age check. And anybody over 60 is not going to be allowed in the store.
So what are they going to do?
I'm going to send you.
Oh.
What do you think?
I can do this for 5 more years, guys. Don't worry about it. 5 more years.
I'm going to send you. What can I do?
Yeah.
But actually, when we go into general quarantine, we are no longer going to need the green passes.
Yeah, the green passes.
The green passes. And actually, at that point, Janice can actually go to the store.
Yeah. Well, I'll do it for you anyways if you want.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
All right, guys. That's a little bit from our life in the Philippines. Some thoughts. Some mumbo jumbo.
Hey, we have to do something. 4 walls get really boring during the day,
4 walls can be really boring if you sit there for, like we have now, for 46 days, I think it is today.
So we now plan for the rest of the year.
So we have 46 plus 13. Yeah, that takes it right into 60 days, 2 months.
Now we can watch the paint dry.
Yeah. Should have bought some paint so we could paint the house.
We could have done that.
I'm going to paint this behind me here.
The wall? Yeah.
The TV screen back here.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget the live feed tomorrow night at 8. What is it? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We have a live feed, Manila time, and that would be 8 a.m. So get up, have some coffee, and get online and chat with us. Bye-bye. God bless.
God bless, guys.
Wait, don't click that button unless, of course, you hit the subscribe button. And then you can move on. And while you're down there, hit the notification button as well. And if you leave a like or a comment, we will personally respond to you on all or any request you might have. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you again at the next video.